Hey everyone, Baby Rizzo checking in with the Void on day 6 of October. I know I'm posting this just slightly after that, but again, I'm just recording late because timing. So today was a Shutter on my streaming service roulette, and well, I can't say I was disappointed, though this one was kind of an unexpected one. I'd never heard of this film before, but it wasn't a. I actually kind of really like this one. And today we took a look at Deathgasm. There's a name for you. So this is a 2015 New Zealand film, and the best I can say to quickly sum up this one, it's the Scott Pilgrim versus the World, a heavy metal Scott Pilgrim versus the World meets Evil Dead. That's kind of the best way to put it. Mostly it's kind of the tongue-in-cheek, reference-heavy tone of Scott Pilgrim, maybe a Wayne's World, something like that, with essentially the plot of Evil Dead happening. Alrighty, so plot on this one: a metalhead has to move in with his preachy Christian relatives and moves to a new school. He doesn't get along. Brody's his name. So he ends up getting a couple, makes a few friends along the way, including the D&D nerd, I don't even know what you really call the other guy. He doesn't really get too much development, but kind of just kind of a disagreeable guy, and another metalhead. Though he also does have time for a love interest arc with one of his classmates. But that's all aside, as he's bullied by his cousin. He's doesn't feel like he fits in anywhere. So what do? You form a metal band. Sure, why not? It's what he's into. He goes for it. But anyway, while hanging out with Zach, the metalhead who's showing him the ropes of the town and just pretty much become his new best friend, despite constantly stabbing him in the back, like you do. Anyway, they track down the last place of a band frontman who went missing several years ago. The band Hacks and Sword, and apparently they find his redoubt and try to rob a record from him. But in doing so, they end up accidentally getting in touch with some sheet music that's very ancient, and it's apparently the black hymn to summon the king of demons. And now a cult is after them, but hey, they're still going to play it. Mostly because Brody does translate the title and realizes it is an invocation, but he's so set upon it, he's like, fuck it, I'm going to try it. And, well, anyone who hears the band try it pretty much goes Evil Dead. They seem possessed by demons that, they tear out their eyes, that's very distinct, and become, savage and bloodthirsty. Okay, so I really was digging this movie. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's kind of got almost a Shaun of the Dead kind of style of humor, and it was working for me. I laughed a couple times during this movie. It was decently funny. I mean, sometimes it overplays the joke, and sometimes, particularly when they're beating demons to death with sex toys, it kicks it up to 11 a few times when it really needed to just be at about an 8. But that aside, it was a fun movie. Brody, the main character, was likable. He was easy to get behind, and you felt the frustration when he wasn't getting when life kept shitting on him. I will say his friends were a bit overplayed on their dorkiness, but that's kind of a minor nitpick. I mean, he did have actual chemistry with his love interest, and you could see when things weren't working, you kind of wish they would. It's that part was all doing well for me, and the gore effects in this movie are really good. That's pretty much the entire budget went into the gore, and it went well. Kind of has almost a old Peter Jackson vibe back in his brain dead days. This movie gets squishy, particularly when a guy's dual wielding chainsaws. I had a lot of fun with this one, actually. So the movie's title, Deathgasm, essentially comes from the name of the band they form in the movie. So they are Deathgasm. And yeah, it's about them realizing they accidentally unleashed a demon apocalypse and now are trying to undo it before Amon the Demon King arrives. Amoth. Amon? Amoth? Athoth? I can't remember the name it was. I think it was Amoth, but it was a ride. And some of the characters are just utterly ridiculous. I I actually did enjoy this one. I'm giving this one 4 MacGuffins. I don't know if it really deserves it, but it was a fun movie. It wasn't a great one by any means, but sometimes you just need something a little silly to be entertained by. This fits the bill nicely. It's not scary by any means, but it is over the top violent and very bloody, and yeah. Trying to think about any particular nitpicks, but I can't really think of too many. I mean, the effects were decent. The acting, for the most part, was good. Like I said, his two friends were a little overdone a bit, but the main three, Zach, Brody, and what was the girlfriend's name? It wasn't a. It was Medina. Those three together were great. So yeah, I definitely would recommend seeing this one. This one was on Shudder, but it's not like a Shudder original or anything, so it might be out there other places. But yeah, I recommend giving this one a watch. It's a pleasant surprise. All right, I think this one might be right in the middle so far of my pack for the month. As much as I did enjoy this one, I will say both Conjuring and Hush were better movies overall, but this one so far been kind of the most fun. Alright, so yeah, 4 stars. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'm back onto Netflix for that one, so who knows? See you then.